Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
All right, Elon Musk. He's dominated the news over and over and over again. And we'll hear about, how much has Elon Musk cut from the United States government, blah, blah, blah. Forget about that. In North Alabama, Dale Strong, Congressman Strong, says we got plenty of room to grow. Redstone arsenal capable of accommodating rapid growth. That's what he's been talking about, and he has been very open about this. Everyone else is very concerned about the shutdown of the federal government, the gutting of the federal government. Not a concern in North Alabama. We are going to be big winners when it comes to Space Command, the Golden Dome, you name it. We are on top of all of this, and you guys need to think about this for a second. And it's how are we going to handle all these people coming here? What about the traffic at Gate 9? Nobody cares. You can deal with the traffic. You'll be all right. I'll help you get through this.
Number 6.
Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, spoke out about a great bill, and I've been very big on this for a long time. The bill is about providing educational resources that follow the student. And he's got an article up at yellowhammernews.com where he talks about the RAISE Act. They talk about the amount of dollars that are going to the CHOOSE Act and the school choice stuff. It's good. It's really, really good that all of this money is being sort of changed. They're spending more money than ever on education, and people can complain about that if they want, but they're changing the way they allocate it. English language learners, gifted kids, special needs kids, you name it. If they've got special services that they require, they're going to fund those more. That's an important part of this. That's a good way to fund your schools. It's much better than just per pupil.
Number 5.
There is a street that could be renamed in Decatur after Steve Perkins. Now, Steve Perkins was killed in a very tragic situation. Okay, it's a sad situation. I don't think it's murder on that part of the officer, not by a long shot. The whole thing was preventable in a bunch of different ways. Like if Steve Perkins does not menace a tow truck driver 2 different times. Like those are some of the ways. If the cops did a better job at what they did, it could have been handled in a different way. But now they want to rename the street where all of this happened after Steve Perkins. Can I just tell you something? Just FYI. Steve Perkins is not a hero. Steve Perkins is not a martyr. He is the victim of his own behavior and a victim of circumstance. You don't reward this. This is a stupid thing to do, so expect Decatur to do it with both feet.
Number 4.
It has recently been released that Vladimir Putin is going to do a 3-day ceasefire? Is that what they're looking at? A 3-day ceasefire in Ukraine that'll start May 8th through the 11th. And that's a good sign. It's a good sign. We've had the Easter ceasefire. We have this ceasefire. You have the President of the United States meeting with Zelensky yesterday, or over the weekend rather, I believe after the Pope's funeral. But they sat down and they had a conversation. And there's a lot more going on here that we are seeing. There was also Donald Trump in a blue suit, and you're supposed to think that Donald Trump violated some sort of code, and then they pan back a little bit, and a lot of people are wearing a blue suit. I don't know what we're supposed to be mad about here. I guess this is the equivalent of the tan suit Obama thing. Idiots are mad about it, making a big noise about it. Okay, good for them. Anyway, ceasefire in Ukraine might be more important.
Number 3.
The University of Alabama College Democrats, boy oh boy, are they at it. And they are getting ready to have a neat little protest. Isn't it neat? Isn't it neat? They're going to be cosplaying as the Resistance. None of them decided to do what I said they should do, which is dress up in Confederate grays and use the stars and bars. They haven't got to that point. No. Instead, they're having a little bit of a childish tantrum, I guess is what we should best call it. But they are going to protest during Donald Trump's speech. By the way, this speech is taking place at none of their commencements. Not a single person is having to sit there and listen to Donald Trump speak in order to get their diploma, even as if that would be the worst thing in the world. but they're still going to hold an absolutely hilarious protest, which I'm sure is going to change the course of history. Or do nothing, but be funny. It's not even on campus, by the way. That's the hilarious part about it.
Number 2.
Tommy Tuberville is running for governor. I don't really need to say anything else, but I will. Here's the next part. So who takes his position in the United States Senate? I mean, the answer is Steve Marshall, so I guess we could stop right there. But there is a lot of consternation out there. Will there be other people involved? Will other people jump in? Are there other people that are going to do this? Look, Tuberville has a 74% favorability rating amongst Alabama Republicans. So if he wants to be the next governor, he's going to be the next governor. There's a guy named Kyle Sweetser of Mobile running on the Democratic side for United States Senate. But who will possibly take on Sweetser? Is it going to be John Merrill? Maybe, but I doubt it. It's going to be Steve Marshall. Didn't I already say that? Anyway, there's a couple of other individuals who could potentially be involved. Some guy who got into a fight with Kay Ivey over Veterans Affairs. He might be a guy who's running. No one knows who he is either, so good luck.
Now, time for the number one thing you'll be talking about today.
No one is above the law. That has been the mantra of our friends on the Democratic side of the aisle for how long now? 10 years, right? No one is above the law. They were talking about impeaching Donald Trump before he was ever even sworn in the first time. They're talking about impeaching him again because no one is above the law. Unless you're a judge who decided to obstruct immigration officials and let a wife-beating, excuse me, that's not fair to say. I don't know if it was a wife, a domestic abuser escape out the back door. That person is supposed to be above the law. And Joe Biden's family, they're supposed to be above the law. But nobody else. That's it. No one else is above the law. Except for the judge in New Mexico. The one who was going to allow a Trans de Aragua guy to stay in his house. That guy's against the law. But nope, that is it at this point. Yes, and the people that came into this country illegally, they're above the law. They should not be deported. Other than that, nobody is above the law. I mean, that's what our friends on the Democratic side of the aisle tell us. No one's above the law, except all the people I just mentioned. Oh, and J.B. Pritzker out of Illinois, the governor there, yeah, he's now saying it is time for Democrats to go out into the street and make sure Republicans have no peace. So we're just inciting violence now, and we're doing all those things. So no one's above the law except all the people I mentioned and the governor of Illinois. So other than that, nobody is above the law. Oh, and Chris Van Hollen, he can go and negotiate foreign policy stuff overseas. Other than that, nobody else is above the law. I have to take a quick time out. We'll come back and we'll tell you who else is above the law, apparently. Will Democrats scream that no one is above the law? Wasn't that funny how they used to say that all the time? No one was above the law? And how guys like me would go on and say, look, Donald Trump needs to just let the investigation play out and he'll be fine. That's what I would say. So I'm going to say the same thing here. We should just let this stuff play out, guys, and see what happens. Nobody's above the law. I love that me being consistent is the easiest thing in the world. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's take a quick time out here. Before we do, let me tell you about my friends over there at Infinity Tax and Financial Planning. I love these guys. I love them. They do a great job for me and my family, and they will do a great job for you as well. How do I know that? Like I said, they do a great job for me and my family. They're awesome. Infinity Tax and Financial Planning. Help me with my taxes. Help me with my financial planning. Putting money in my pocket makes me very happy. $3,000 the first time they helped me, and it's been great ever since. They're also helping with my retirement planning, Cindy's retirement planning, planning for Grant's schooling and his private school right now. Yeah, he's on top of that. He helps me. That's what they do over there at Infinity Tax and Financial Planning. Go see them, infinityhsv.com. Talk to those guys today, and when you do, you better tell them Dale Jackson sent you.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.